we are able to clear their criminal history, which just gives them a fresh start, helps them start over, helps them go back to school, follow their dreams, be eligible for certain kinds of licensing and job opportunities that their criminal record previously held them back from. And the way that we see it on the vacatur team is, we can never remedy the injustice that was done to a survivor through their criminalization, but we can at least on the back end undo some of those lingering effects of collateral consequences from being involved in the criminal legal system. So that's what we work on, is helping our clients disentangle from the ongoing harm that occurs in someone's life when you have a criminal record, because in our society, it functions like a scarlet letter. There was a call I was on with a client who, the way she initially told me her story was marginal for trafficking in terms of making that legal assessment, but I felt that something more was going on there. And so I just tried to create a lot of space for her to speak and asked a lot of kind of open-ended follow-up questions. And I realized there was a huge gap between what had actually happened to her and the terms that I would use to describe it around coercion and what her trafficker had done to her versus her perception of herself at that point. And it was just a moment where I realized, this is why, if we're going to inhabit this role of being legal advocates in a broad sense, part of it is listening for the things that the client is not even necessarily going to say up front about what has happened to them, and being able to create a context where eventually the client feels comfortable to say those things. And at the end of the call, she said, "You're the second person I've ever told any of this to. I told one other person in my life, and this has happened to her 20 years ago, And I just was like, wow, it's in other legal services situations where you're more focused on productivity and cranking people through, you lose those moments. And those are critical moments for people. And that's one thing I love about working at Free to Thrive, is there's never pressure to hustle and trade that value in.